citizens. It's Cesar Pierce taking on tonight's breaking news. What you've seen seconds ago is a footage from the rescue operation Chabi in the Wantar. Its purpose was to free the 72 hostages inside the residence of the Japanese ambassador Morihisa Aoki. Now, it is my pleasure to announce the confirmation of President Alberto Fujimori, in which he stated that the rescue operation was successfully executed, leaving no hostages behind. All 14 of the MRTA terrorists have been wiped out and 71 of the 72 hostages have been rescued. Unfortunately, one hostage and 2 officers were killed in the operation. The victims have already been identified as Dr. Carlos Huizti, Colonel Juan Bayer Sandoval, and Lieutenant Raul Jimenez Chavez. I would like to offer my deepest sentiments towards them and their families. Thank you very much. While many think that the way Fujimori proceeded was perfect, other people believe the opposite. Panorama News had the chance to interview 2 subjects who believe the opposite. Hello, Mark. It's a pleasure to have you here at Panorama News. How can you be in favor of Fujimori's decision?
Well, Caesar, I'm in favor of Fujimori's decision because he has shown us that he's a national hero. The ambush took place on December 17, 1996, and it started when 14 MRTA terrorists took over the residence of the Japanese ambassador with over 800 people. Fujimori then traveled to the site of the ambush and took charge of the situation himself 2 hours later. He successfully negotiated with the terrorists to release more than 700 hostages, including his mother, Matsui Fujimori. I don't understand how so many people are criticizing him after conducting an almost perfect rescue. He did the right thing, and it's impossible to deal with what the terrorists were asking for.
Do you think this benefited the Peruvian population?
Yes, this is one of the reasons why I admire Fujimori. Between December 17th and April 22nd, he maintained the situation as peaceful and stable as possible without granting the terrorist demands. This involved the settlement of $6 million back in '96, which would be about $9 million today. In addition, it involved the freeing of 465 MRTA prisoners and a drastic change in the country's currency and financial status. If this would have happened, the MRTA would have probably be existing today and terrorism would persist. This operation gave origin to the disarticulation of the MRTA terror group and put an end to the terrorist rebellions.
Panorama News had the chance to interview a person opposing Fujimori's decision. So tell me, Fernando, why do you think Fujimori's decision was inappropriate?
I'm against, because his decision to wipe out the rebels was uncalled for, seeing how everyone has the right to live. Now, the families of the deceased had to go through a very dark emotional path just to be left with a hole in their household, which was filled by that member who sadly perished during the rescue operation. Also, at least 3 and possibly 8 of the rebels had been summarily executed by the commandos after surrendering. There are also rumors that Vladimiro Montesinos, chief of the military intelligence group, ordered the execution of the only dead hostage, Carlos Justi, who was a political rival of Alberto Fujimori.
Now tell me, Fernando, why do you think Fujimori should be incarcerated?
Seeing how this barbaric act to eliminate the rebels once surrendered was present, Fujimori's actions were unjustified, and he should be sent to prison for it. Everyone has a right to live, and with that taken away, there is nothing left. His actions were inhumane. He could have spared so many lives. He is responsible for every death that took place throughout the operation. And if he would have taken humane actions to make the rebels release those 72 hostages, everyone would have come out alive.